Hey, welcome back to Tidbit Tuesday. I was thinking this past Sunday in junior church, we saw the story of Ananias and Saul and how that all came together. Real quick background on that. Saul is on his way to Damascus. He's going there to persecute Christians. Christ intercepts him on the road, talks to him, "Why are you persecuting me?" Blinds him. Then he gets led to Damascus being blind. Then Ananias, he's a man who's following God. He's a disciple. Christ comes to him and says, "Hey," the Lord speaks to him and says, "Hey, I need you to go to this house on this street, and I need you to see a man from Tarsus named Saul." Pretty straightforward instructions, right? And that's what's really neat about this. God's instructions are straightforward here. On Sunday, as we're getting ready to go down to junior church, Amy looks over at me and says, "Hey, do you need to go down to your office to get anything?" And I said, "No, I'm good." She's like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to go get my coat from down there." It turns out that she was hinting at me to go get her coat. Who knew, right? I mean, God doesn't do that here. "Hey, I think you should go to this. Hey, if you happen to be going to this place, there's this guy here who might need your help." He goes straight forward. He's like, "Hey, you need to go to that street, to this guy's house, and there's a man there from Tarsus named Saul who's waiting for you. He knows you're coming." God has all the plans worked out for him. All Ananias has to do is follow the command. Seems pretty simple, right? Well, see, here's the problem with it. Ananias knows about Saul from Tarsus. He knows his reputation is persecuting Christians. So Ananias says, "God, are you sure about this? I know who Saul is. Do you know who Saul is?" Basically, right? And God's like, "Hey, trust me. I know what I'm doing. This guy, Saul, he's going to take my message to the Gentiles. I have plans for this guy. Go do it." As I taught this on Sunday, and as I've been thinking about it the past few days, I can't think about how often I act like Ananias. God's telling me I should do something. "God, I know you think I should do that, but I really don't know. I'm not that good at that." I can remember when I first had the thoughts about teaching Sunday school or youth group or junior church. "God, I know you're putting those thoughts there, but you're crazy. I'm not a good speaker. I hate being in front of people. Yet here I am, right?" When I finally obeyed, God works it all out. Pretty amazing how he does that. And that's what he does with Ananias here. And Ananias finally obeys, and God works it all out. I mean, we go on to see Saul become Paul, write over half the New Testament, start all those churches because of obedience. So that's my challenge this week. Instead of questioning God, obey God and trust God. There's a song, "Trust and Obey." Pretty deep truth in that song. That's what Ananias had to do, and we see the results. What's stopping you from trusting and obeying?